Hey, I'm Lauren Vogel. First and foremost, thank you so much for pressing play on this video. You've got thousands of choices, like hundreds of thousands of choices on yoga videos to choose from, and you chose this one, and I'm grateful. Thank you. So I hope that you have your yoga mat, some water, and a towel, and that you're ready to practice. So this practice is going to be swift and energizing. We're going to start off nice and slow, and then we're going to ramp up to a pretty intense flow that's going to challenge your strength and your balance. And then we'll play with a little fun arm balance, and then we'll close it out with some yin style poses and cool down. And we'll do all that in about an hour. Please know you don't have to do everything. Take a break, hit child's pose whenever you need to, modify what you need to, and just try to have a little fun. All right, let's get started. Okay, everybody, we're gonna start laying on our backs. So come to your back. You can let your legs go straight. You could let your feet be down and your knees knocked together, or you could just have your knees up. Okay, let's let your arms come down by your side, and let's just take a moment. Let's take 2 big deep breaths together. So take a deep inhale through your nose, and open up and just sigh it out. One more time, big deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. And then close your mouth and just breathe naturally for a couple moments. So we're just allowing ourselves to shift our gears from the go, go, go of daily life to the here and the now of yoga. And one of the best ways we can center ourselves is to just close eyes, direct your attention to your breath. And just notice your inhales and notice your exhales. And then start to deepen your breath. So you pull in just as much air as you can. Pull in everything you can on your inhale and push out everything you can on your exhale. So the breath is really the most important part of what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna do a lot of movement, a lot of different poses, but the idea is to breathe deep through all of them. So using your belly, ribs, and chest to inhale and exhale, go ahead and let your knees come into your chest. Rock a little side to side, and rock a little front to back until you can come all the way up into sitting, so you can crawl into all fours. So onto all fours, just make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists and your palms are down and your fingers are spread. You're gonna inhale, lift up your right arm, and as you exhale, we're gonna thread the arm through that space between your left hand and your left knee. Your entire the back of your right arm is down and your head is resting. You can let your left arm reach forward, thinking about pulling your left hip back, or you could wrap that left arm around your back. It's really up to you and what feels good. We'll take 2 breaths here. Remember to fill up your lungs every single time you inhale. And you gotta use a little lower abdominal strength, some oomph, to press that air all the way out when you exhale. As you exhale, you're gonna take that left hand back to where it started, and inhale, lift up that right arm again, and exhale, change sides. That right hand goes down. And then let's inhale, lift the left arm up. And then as you exhale, we're gonna thread that left arm through the space between your right hand and your right knee. Right arm can reach forward, or right arm can wrap around your back. Focus on your deep breath. We'll be here for 2 more. 1 more. And then let that left hand, your right hand go back down, and inhale, lift up your left arm nice and high. Good, take that hand down, leave your knees where they are, moving into a puppy pose. So arms go forward, and you try to get your chest, your chin, your heart down as low as you can. Don't necessarily lead with your head, because that kind of stops you from getting deep into the stretch. So even if your chin is floating, your chest is floating, that's okay. Just sink down as deep as you can, feeling this into the arms, the shoulders, even under the armpits. Then inhale, come back up. Walk those hands back. And then from here, we're gonna roll onto right hand and right knee, and let the left leg extend back behind you. It's a modified side plank. Then let that left arm reach overhead, get as long as you can through your fingers, and lift those toes up. Look up if you can. And then bend your back knee. See if you can reach back and grab that foot. Push the foot into the hand, press that right hand down, and take your eyes up toward the sky. Push that left foot into the left hand. Press your hips forward. Press the right hand down even more. Breathe in deep. Exhale, take hand down and knee back down, and let's change sides. So moving onto that left hand, onto that left knee. The right foot goes back. Roll onto that side, bring your right arm to the sky. And then reach that arm overhead, your biceps by your ear, and then reach the right toes back as you reach the right fingers forward. And then bend your knee, see if you can reach back. Grab a toe, grab a foot, grab an ankle, grab what you can. Push your foot into your hand, push your hips forward. Press that left hand down, breathe, 2 deep breaths. Come back to hands and knees. Good job. From here, we're gonna move into cat-cow. Inhale, arch your back, take your chin toward the sky. Exhale, round through your spine. Come up onto your fingertips, chin in toward the chest. And then cat or cow again. Pull your heart forward, pull your chin up. Exhale, round it in. Pull your chin in toward your chest. One more time. Drop the palms, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round through your spine. Come onto your fingertips, get as high as you can with your spine. Good, and then exhale, palms down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round it out. Pull the chin into your chest. Then take the palms down. Take your hips way over to the right. Swing them down towards your heels. Take them over to the left, then bring them back up. Do it again. Take them down, or over and down, and over and up. Switch directions. Take them left and down, and right and up. One more time, left and down, and right and up. Good job. From here, tuck the toes, lift the hips. You're in your downward facing dog. In down dog, walk it out a little bit. Shake your head yes and no. You shouldn't have too much weight on your shoulders. If you feel like you're in a plank position, walk your hands back a little bit. You can also walk your feet a little wider to make down dog more accessible. Inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. Exhale, press them down low. One more time. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, press them down. Nice. Look forward. Take your feet between your hands. Half lift up and fold. Inhale all the way to standing. So reaching your fingers up toward the sky. As you exhale, take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and fold over to the right. Big stretch on your left side. Inhale, come back up. Change sides. Left hand grabs, pull up, and then fold over to the left. Inhale, come back up. Take your hands behind your head. Your elbows point out to the side. Inhale, lean back and look up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, plant the palms. Hop or step to your plank position. And then as you exhale, take one chaturanga push-up. Keep your elbows in. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, this time lower all the way down to your belly. Keep your elbows bent, tops of the feet down. Inhale, cobra pose, look up. Exhale, chest goes down. Tuck your toes under, knees and hips lift. Full push up to plank. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Let your head hang heavy. Let your breath deepen. Let your heels reach for the mat. Spread your fingers wide. Then look forward, hop or step, feet between your hands. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to stand. Rise up. Right hand grabs your left wrist, up and over to the right. And inhale up. Left hand grabs up and over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, hands behind your head, elbows out. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, hands go down. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale, plant your hands, hop or step to your plank pose, and then take that chaturanga push-up. Inhale, come back. Exhale, this one more time. Go all the way down to your belly. Palms stay down, tops of the feet down. Inhale, cobra, lift your heart. Exhale, take it down. Tuck your toes under, knees and hips up. Arms straight, plank pose to downward facing dog. Breathe. Try to let your entire palm press down, especially down to that forefinger knuckle. A lot of times that baby wants to pop up. And if you do that, you're putting a whole lot of pressure on the outside of your wrist, or outside of the heel of your hand. And that is no bueno. That hurts. So take one more breath. Exhale, look forward, hop or step, feet to the top of your mat. Half lift and fold down. Come to stand, rise up, reach up. Exhale, fold over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, fold over to the left. Inhale up. Hands behind your head. Exhale, then inhale to lean back. Exhale to fold down. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale, palms plant, hopper step to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga again. Now up dog. Elbows straighten this time. You're still on the palms of your hands, the tops of your feet. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. If your heels do get down, lift the toes up. Are you breathing deep? Exhale all that air out. Look forward and take that hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Right hand grabs your left wrist, up and over. Inhale up, left hand grabs up and over. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, hands behind your head. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Maybe this time you jump back to chaturanga and then take that push up and then lower chaturanga again. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. So the first flow is all about warming up your spine. Now we're going to warm up hips. Inhale, lift your right leg. Maybe you bend that knee to open up your hip. As you exhale, set your foot down between your hands. Left hand stays where it is. Right arm goes up to the sky. It's a dragonfly. Reach through the right fingers, press through your back heel. Then exhale, look down. Pivot your back foot flat. Windmill your arms up. Reverse warrior. Right arm reaches overhead, look up. Half moon pose from here. So right hand goes to the floor in front of your right foot. You're gonna lift up your left leg and lift up your left arm. And look down for stability. As you exhale, we're gonna move into high crescent lunge. Left foot goes down, you're on your toes. Inhale your arms up to the sky, look up, lean back. Exhale, hands go down. Take it to your plank and find down dog. So you can travel through that vinyasa, which includes your back bend, or you can just go straight there. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Step it through, set it down. So dragonfly first, left arm up. Back foot flat, reverse warrior. So your front knee is bent 90 degrees, left arm reaches overhead. Half moon pose. Left fingers down, right limbs up, reach up through those right fingers, reach through the right toes. And then slowly land that your right foot down. Inhale your arms up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands go down. Exhale into your chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale into your down dog. And breathe. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, dragonfly. Exhale, put that foot down, rise up, reverse warrior. And then your half moon. Right hand down, left leg, left arm up. High crescent lunge, land softly, arms reach up, lean back. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Left leg in the air. Step it through. Dragonfly. Reverse warrior. Half moon. High lunge. Hands down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. And you get to take a little breather. Me too. So head hangs heavy. Remember that 4-finger knuckle, you gotta press that all the way down. Heels reaching for your mat. 2 more rounds. Right leg up. Step it through. Dragonfly. Reverse warrior. Half moon. High lunge. Hands down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Step it through. Dragonfly. Reverse warrior. Half moon pose. High lunge. And hands down. Plank to chaturanga. Up dog to down dog. Let's not stop. Inhale, right leg up. Step it through, dragonfly. Wind it up, reverse warrior. Half moon pose, lift those left limbs high. High crescent lunge, lean back. Exhale, hands down. Left leg up. Step it through, dragonfly. Reverse warrior. Half moon. High lunge. Hands down. Take it to down dog. Now, if you need to take a rest in child's pose, you can. Or maybe hero pose. So hero pose, you're on your hands and your knees. You open up your ankles wider than your knees. Walk your hands back. Have a little seat. Sit up tall. Or you could lean back on your forearms. Or you could go all the way back. Hands overhead, grab opposite elbows. Awesome, take your hands to your heels if you're all the way down. Let your elbows press down and then bring yourself back up. Come back to all fours and let's go back to downward facing dog. 2 clearing breaths. Big inhale through your nose. Open sigh. 1 more big inhale. Big sigh. All right, now we're nice and warm. We're ready to kick it up a notch. Lift that right leg up. Step it through. High crescent lunge. So now we're not gonna flow. We're gonna hold these poses until you die. Just really until you die. I'm kidding. Not until you die, but you might want to a little bit. Let your hands come behind your head. Let your elbows open out. Lean back. So be proud. Heart going forward. Elbows coming back. Maybe a little smile on your face. Keep breathing. Remember to breathe in as deep as you can. Press your front knee forward, press your back heel back, pull your elbows back. 1 more. Arms go back up. From here, thunderbolt pose. So arms push back like jet airplane wings. Nothing changed from your hips down. Your front knee's pressing forward, back heel still pressing back. Your palms are going toward each other, like you're gonna clap behind you. You're not going to, unless you just really, really want to. But the palms are toward each other, fingers reaching. The chin is tucked into your chest just a little. You want the top of your head to reach forward. Then, reverse warrior. So we've done this before. Take your back foot, pivot it flat. Windmill up. Right arm reaches overhead. Reach those fingers toward the back of the room, your biceps by your ear. Keep pressing your front knee forward. Keep bending deep, deep, deep in that knee. Let that left hand travel weightless down your back leg. Don't use it as a kickstand. Keep breathing. You can look back down that leg, or you can look up, but have something to focus on. Reach, reach, reach. And that half moon pose you know and love so well. So the right fingertips go down to the floor. So they're about a foot in front of your right foot, slightly over to the right. And bring your left hand to your left hip to start. Turn that left hip open, trying to stack your left hip on top of the right. And then reach that left leg up. Then maybe the left arm goes up. So gaze down. And then maybe if you want extra challenge, turn your gaze up toward your left thumb. exhale your left hand down, and then square your hips. So your left toes turn down to the ground. And keeping your heart reaching forward and your chin slightly tucked in so you're not drooping your head. You're gonna take your back knee, tap your front calf, and bend your right knee too. So it's called a curtsy squat. So you can keep your fingers on the floor or let those palms come to heart center. So every balancing pose, this is a balancing pose for sure. You have to have something to stare at that's not gonna move. So a focal point keeps you steady. Left hand down to the floor. Extend your left leg back out behind you. Lift your right arm to the sky. Revolved half moon. So it's a really strong pose. You're standing on one leg, you're twisting, you're reaching, you're balancing. A lot going on. You're also breathing as deep as you can. One more breath. Good. As you exhale, that curtsy squat again. Palms together if you can. Back knee taps your front calf. Drag and fly from here. So left hand down, right knee bending deep, and right arm reaching up to the sky. You've been here before. Now let's let this top arm fall open. So your palm and your bicep face up. 2 more breaths. Good, then as you exhale, we are gonna walk to the back of our mat. We call it a ninja pose. So your left knee is gonna be bent deep, your right leg is gonna be long. And then fingers can stay down or palms can come together at the heart. If the back heel, your left heel is up, that's okay. Just steady yourself, totally fine. Good. Then hands go back down to steady you. You're gonna stay as low as you can and just switch sides. So fingers down or palms together. Good. From here, take your hands down to the ground. We're gonna walk. We're now gonna face the back of the room. So crawl your hands to the back of your mat, and then you're gonna be in those lunged legs again, almost like you're doing a high crescent lunge again, but this time we're gonna twist toward the left. So reach your arms up, twist to the left, open arms, then take your left hand and grab the outside of your right leg and reach your right arm to the sky. So you're twisting as you're bending backwards. You can look back toward your back heel over your left shoulder. Good. From here, it's a big movement. We're moving into dancer pose. So unwind, reach your left arm forward, put your back foot, your right foot now, into your right hand. And reach your left arm forward as you push your right foot into your right hand and you lean. Don't forget to breathe. Good. From there, fly. Warrior 3. Arms out to the side. Right leg long behind you. One more. Good. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Step it back to your plank pose. We're gonna roll to the left. Bring your right arm to the sky. Side plank. So we did this in the beginning. So you know, if you wanted to back off, make it less challenging, then take your left knee down to the ground. But if you're in that full side plank, see if you can stack feet one on top of the other. You could do one in front of another. If you want to make it extra challenging, you could lift up that right leg. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale to plank. Slowly lower all the way down to your belly. From here, bend your knees, reach back, grab those toes. Inhale, lift your heart. So you're lifting your thighs, you're lifting your heart, you're pushing your feet into your hands. Then exhale, let your feet go. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Now from here, move right onto the other side. So lift up that left leg. Step it on through. High crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. But let's let hands come together behind you. So interlace those hands, palms pulling together. Pull the hands down, pull the heart forward. Press the left knee forward. Press the right heel back. Lean back and look up. Thunderbolt pose. Lower your chest down about 3 to 6 inches from your left thigh and release those hands. So now you're in that thunderbolt. Back heel still pressing back. You gotta have that back heel lifted. Front knee pressing forward. And your left hip, tuck it in like you're trying to turn it towards your back right toes. Reverse warrior. So back foot pivots flat. Windmill your arms up. You're gonna reach overhead with that left arm and let that back leg or that back hand slide down your back leg. Reach, 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 look up or look down. Half moon pose. So left fingers on the floor in front of your left foot and slightly over to the left. So it's really under your left shoulder. Lift up your right hand, lift up that right leg. Or if you want to start as we did the other side, right hand on the hip, turn that hip on top of the left and really extend through your back leg. Maybe that right arm lifts up, maybe not. You can gaze down or you can gaze up. Curtsy squats. So fingers can come down. Maybe they come to the heart. Back knee's just gonna tap your front calf and breathe. So it's a low hover. There's this temptation to let your chest just collapse onto your left thigh. Don't do that. Do not do that. That is cheating. And it's actually fine if that's how you want to modify the pose. But it actually gives a lot more work for your left quadricep to do. Right hand down, right leg extends back behind you, left arm reaches to the sky. It's a revolved half moon. Really powerful pose. You can be on your right fingertips, or maybe that right palm can come all the way down. Reach that back leg back. Reach your top fingers forward. Actually not forward, upward. And then curtsy squat again, your favorite. Take your back knee, tap your front calf, palms together if you can. Not here for too long. Dragonfly. Right hand down, right foot back, left arm goes up to the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let that top arm fall open, chest and bicep to the sky. Good, then look down and let's crawl, crawl, crawl. We're gonna move into those ninja poses. Palms together, right knee bent, left leg straight. We're moving right into the other side. Left knee bent, right leg straight. Arms out this time. Maybe thumb and forefinger together. Maybe low as you can go. And that soaring crescent lunge. So hands go down. We're gonna crawl into those lunge legs. We're gonna reach up. We're gonna twist. Right hand to the outside of your back leg. Left arm in the air, twisting and bending backward at the same time. Right knee forward, left heel back. Good, dancer pose from here. So right arm's gonna reach forward, push off your back foot, come to standing, right hand reaching forward, left hand has your left foot. Tilt your body. Reach your right fingers forward, Push your back foot into your back hand. Steady breath, steady gaze. Warrior 3. Fly. If you need to have fingers down on the floor, do it. But maybe hands are at your hips. Palms could come to the heart. Maybe arms out to the side. Whatever feels right. One more breath. Hands down. Step it back to plank. Roll to your right. Bring your left arm to the sky. Back off by taking that knee down, or amp it up by lifting your left leg up. One more breath. Good. Exhale to plank. Go all the way down to your belly. Bend your knees. Reach back and grab some toes and lift up. Exhale, release. Hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Full push up. Take it to down dog. Relax through your head and your neck. If you need to take child's pose, do it. We are not done with that flow. We are gonna do it another time. A little faster. You're like, I'm gonna turn this freaking video off. I do not like this girl. It's okay, I can take it. You can write me a hate email if you want to. It's okay. But see it through. See it through before you write that email, okay? Let's do it. Lift up your right leg. Exhale, step it through. So one breath per movement this time. Arms up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, thunderbolt pose. Reverse warrior. So back foot pivots flat. Inhale that right arm overhead. Exhale, right hand down to the floor. Left arm and left leg lift up, half moon pose. Curtsy squat. Tuck it all in, palms together. Revolved half moon. Right arm up. Left leg extends toward the wall behind you while the left hand goes down. Curtsy squat again, palms together. Dragonfly, left hand down, left foot back, right arm up. Ninja pose, back of the mat, left knee bends, palms together. Ninja pose, front of the mat, arms reaching long. Soaring crescent, right into it. So facing the back of the room, lunge legs, left hand grabs back leg, right arm's up. Dancer pose, left arm forward, back foot in your right hand. Fly into your warrior 3. Then let your hands go down. Step it back to your plank pose. Roll to the left, side plank. Take your hands down, move right into your chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Left leg up. Step it through, set it down. High crescent lunge. Arms go up. Thunderbolt pose. Arms swish back. Reverse warrior. Windmill arms overhead. Left arm reaching back. Left hand down. Half moon pose. Right limbs high. Curtsy squat. Tuck it all in. Revolved half moon. Right hand down. Left arm up. Curtsy squat again. Dragonfly pose. Right hand down. Left arm up. Ninja pose toward the front of your mat. Palms together. Ninja pose toward the back. Arms reaching out. And then from here, soaring crescent lunge. Right hand behind you. Left arm overhead. Dancer pose. Right arm forward. Left foot in your left hand. Reach forward with your right arm. Push your foot into that hand. And fly. Warrior 3. Good. Hands go down. Step it back. Roll to your right. Bring your left arm to the sky. Move right into your chaturanga. Your up dog. And your down dog. So from here, we're gonna do maybe one more round, maybe 2. I'm gonna do 2 more. I'm gonna move fast. You can sit and chill, drink some water. You could bust some music up on your own, turn it up loud, and flow. Lift that right leg up. Step it through, high lunge, thunderbolt, reverse warrior, half moon. Curtsy squat. Revolved half moon. Curtsy squat. Dragonfly. Ninja to the back. Ninja to the front. Soaring crescent lunge. Dancer pose. Warrior three. Hands down, step it back. Side plank on your left. Right hand down, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left leg up, step it through. High crescent lunge. Thunderbolt. Reverse warrior. Half moon. Curtsy squat. Revolved half moon. Curtsy squat again. Dragonfly. Ninja to the front of your mat. Ninja to the back. Soaring crescent lunge or twisting. Dancer pose, right arm reaching, left foot in the left hand. Warrior three. Hands down. Step to plank. Roll to the right. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. One more time. Right leg up. Step it through. High crescent. Thunderbolt. Reverse warrior. Half moon. Curtsy. Revolved half moon. Curtsy. Dragonfly. Ninja to the back. Ninja to the front. Soaring crescent. Warrior three. Not warrior three, dancer, then warrior three. Hands down. Step it back. Side plank. Hand down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left leg last round. High lunge. Thunderbolt. Reverse warrior. Half moon. Curtsy. Revolved half moon. Curtsy. Dragonfly. Ninja to the front. Ninja to the back. Soaring crescent. To dancer. To warrior three. Hands down. Step it back. Roll to the right, side plank. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe. You can always take it down to child's pose. That means knees down, shins down, head down. You can always stay in your down dog. We breathe. All right, let's chill out for just a sec. Let's take 2 clearing breaths. So if you can get back to down dog, awesome. If you need more time in child's pose or wherever you're at, that's fine. Well, let's breathe together. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Nice. Get back to down dog if you can. Make sure your heels are reaching down, your palms are down. Let your head shake yes and no. Release the tension in the back of your neck. Release the tension in your eyes, your jaw, your lips. Good. Now let's move on to our next pose. We're gonna break down a twist and we're gonna turn it into an arm balance. So from here, take your left foot forward. Just have hands on either side of your foot for a moment. Really reach your heart forward, get long through your back heel, your back leg. And then take your left hand to your left knee and bring your right elbow and tricep onto the outside of your left thigh. Good. So we're moving into a twist. Bring your palms together. Now see if you can take your thumbs out of your armpits and more toward the center of your chest, and you're looking up. Let your back leg really press back. We want it straight and strong. Your front knees bent deep. Good. Now if you can keep your right tricep on the outside of that left thigh, let your right fingertips come down toward the floor and let your left arm reach up to the sky. We can turn this into a bind. Let your left hand come behind you And I actually have to use my left hand to get my right hand under here. So maybe your right hand goes underneath your left thigh, left hand comes behind your back, and you look up. If you do that, let your left hand, or let your right hand grab your left hand to help pull your left shoulder open. Don't forget that you gotta breathe. It's a little challenging to breathe when you're in a twist. One more. Exhale, look down, untwist, let your hands go down to the mat, step your left foot back, lower halfway, chaturanga. Up dog, and down dog. Let's do the other side. Bring your right foot forward, okay? And just make sure that back heel is lifted, your back toes are tucked, and then we'll turn it into that twist. Your right hand to your left knee, and let your left tricep come onto the outside of your right thigh or your right knee. Palms together, elbows facing up and down. So right elbow pointed up, left elbow pointed down. See if you can get your thumbs to the middle of your chest. Back heel pressing back, strong, straight leg. And then maybe right arm up to the sky and left hand down if you can keep that tricep on the outside of the knee. And then right hand behind you, left hand underneath. See if that left hand can grab the right hand to help pull open your right shoulder. And breathe. One more breath. Keep twisting, keep breathing. Exhale to look down. Unwind those hands. Plant the palms. Step back to plank. Lower and hover chaturanga. Lift your heart for up dog. Lift your butt for down dog. And then have a seat on your knees. All right, so your spine's nice and warm, ready for a twist. So we're gonna move into side crow. It's very twisty, arm balance. So how I wanna show you first is what you're gonna be doing in the air. But we're gonna do it here, seated. All right, so do the same thing that you just did. So get your feet down, get your butt down, your knees are together, left elbow on the outside of that right knee. Bring your palms together and twist. Good. So your chest kind of looks a little funny, right? So your chest facing the opposite direction of your knees. Good. Now, from here, leave that left tricep where it is and just face both hands forward. So now both hands and both feet facing in the same direction. Okay? Awesome. Let's do it on the other side. So, right elbow, I'll turn, right elbow. Make sure that my boobs don't fall out here. Right elbow on the outside of that left knee. Okay, we're twisting. So chest faces sideways, all knees face forward. And then keeping your tricep on the outside of that knee, turn both hands forward. Okay, toes and fingers forward. Now what you really have to know too is you gotta have chaturanga arms. You see how my arms are in this L shape, okay? This 90-degree angle. Those are chaturanga arms. Now my shoulders aren't up here, they're down. My elbows are pulling in, my elbows are pushing back, and my palms are down, my fingers are spread. My palms will be down. All right, we're gonna turn it in to a side crow. All right, so you gotta come to a little kneeling, floating toe balance position here. And we're gonna twist the first way with the left elbow on the outside. So it's kind of nice to do it on the long side of your mat, facing the long side of your mat, because that way you can keep both hands on your mat, okay? So it takes a little balance just to start off. All right, so we're gonna twist, squeeze those knees together, and put both hands down. See how your fingers and your toes are facing the same direction. Now reach your heart forward and just start to lean over. Lean over, lean over. You gotta bend those elbows and maybe those toes start to float. Okay? Heart reaches forward. Toes float. Breathe deep, smile. Set your feet down. Let's do the other side. All right? So you get that nice toe hover. We're gonna twist. You're gonna bring your right elbow. And bring your right elbow, tricep on the outside of that left knee. And we'll just twist to start. So you can stay right here and just chill and get your twist. Because if you don't have the twist, You can't do the arm balance. So getting the flexibility in your spine to twist is first and foremost. If you feel pretty good and you're twisty, then let those fingers face the same direction as your toes, okay? Remember, you gotta have those chaturanga arms. Let me see if I can angle myself in a way that you can see me. And then you're gonna bend those elbows. Then we're going to lift up the toes. And breathe. Don't let your shoulders drop too low. Relax. Shake out those wrists. Plant the palms. Let's take a chaturanga. An up dog. And a down dog. Good. From here, pigeon. Yay. So pigeon pose. Your whole right shin is going to be at the top of your mat. The loosest people are going to have their ankle, their left ankle, up toward the left wrist. The majority of people are going to have that ankle closer to their heel or their hip, their left hip. Don't roll onto that right hip. It's good to have a little space between the floor and your hip. That way you can move into the pose. If you're rolling over onto that side, you're actually rolling out of the pose. Okay? So from here, left leg long on your mat, lift your heart, take a breath, and exhale, fold down. So the palms can be down, the forearms could be down. You could lay all the way down. You could let your head rest on the mat. All right, so now is where we really start to kind of wind down. It was a pretty intense and vigorous practice. And just as much power as we put into that energy, that energetic practice, we want to try to keep the focus even when we move in to the more relaxed postures. So that just means if your mind starts to wander, just bring it back. Bring it back to the moment, bring it back to your breath, bring it back to sensation. Now this pose in particular, this pigeon pose, targeting the right hip, it can make you feel a little uncomfortable. The thing that we're trying to do is get to the right level of discomfort. So we want some discomfort. It kind of feels like when you get a massage and someone's digging on a knot. It's like you know you need it. There's no way for that knot to really get released unless there's stimulation, unless there's blood flow moving to that area. It's the same thing here. We're just opening up the hip, this joint, in a different way, allowing some blood flow to come into maybe some nooks and crannies. It doesn't normally get all that blood flow. And so it requires you to not tense up. It requires you to let go. Take one more breath. Next inhale, lift your heart. You have to walk your hands back. Sit up tall for just a second. And then let your hands plant down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Let's go back to down dog. Take your right knee in the air and make some circles with that knee. Get all that blood flow back in the hip. Good, left leg. So set that left knee up towards your left wrist. Now the right ankle, that's where it's gonna be somewhere between your right wrist and your right hip. Inhale, lift the heart. Right leg long behind you. Don't roll onto your left hip. And slowly start to come down. You gotta take it in stages too. So you don't necessarily have to lay down right away, you know? Take it in stages. You go to elbows, take a couple breaths. Walk the elbows out a little bit, take a couple breaths. Walk them out a little more, and then see if you can find that ease. See if you can just relax through that hip. Relax through any place that you feel tension. All right, so you gotta scan the body. Send your awareness all the way up from the right toes, into your right leg, up into the hips, so that left hip, into the left thigh, the left knee. So sometimes we even clench up the ankles and the toes on that leg that's in the position, that left leg. And then check out your torso too. Now is a good time to kind of loosen up those knots. Any knots of tension or anxiety that you might be holding onto in your belly. We may not be able to totally unravel them with a yoga practice, but we can start to loosen them up a little bit, start to work with them. And then all the tension in the shoulders, and tension in the neck, and the eyes, the lips. Just see if we can just start to soften. And take about 3 more breaths. And then inhale, lift your heart up. And start to walk those hands back. And just like we did before, we're going to come out nice and easy. Take a moment right here to lift the heart. And tuck your toes, lift your back knee. Press your hands down so you can come back into your down dog. Lift up through that left knee. Make some big circles in the air. Good. Then set that foot down, set the knees down, and come onto your butt. We're gonna face the side of your mat with legs long. Okay, so we wanna get the legs pretty far apart. You don't have to go as far apart as possible, but let them go wide. Right leg this way, left leg that way. And just hands in front of you. Take a breath and start to fold. So if you start to fold and you don't go anywhere, you can always take a blanket or a block, put it underneath your seat, underneath your booty, and it's gonna tilt your pelvis in a certain way that you'll be able to go further. But that's only if you don't go anywhere when you start to fold. You eventually will. And when I first did this pose, I was one of those that didn't go anywhere. It's like, what's wrong with me? But over time, and by over time, I don't mean over a couple weeks, even a year. It took a few years, honestly. Over time, I got lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And really, when you consider what flexibility really is, it just means that some people have to go further to get the same experience. So I have to go this far in order to feel anything on my inner thighs. All right, so you might not necessarily have to go that far, or you might have to go further, right? You might have to lay your chest all the way down. All right, so we're happy, we try to be content with where we're at in every single pose. So one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite teachers, Brian Kest, is that, yoga doesn't ask you to be more than you are, but it does ask you to be all that you are. So yoga just asks you to really show up in all areas. So all areas of your body, because we're using every single muscle and joint possible, but also all areas of you, areas of your being, your body, your mind, your heart. So it really, if we really do devote ourselves to a yoga practice, a steady practice, it can develop these qualities in us of compassion, awareness, and gentleness, these qualities that really make us better people, better livers of life. And I honestly, I have been around for a while. I'm not as young as I look, and I haven't found anything as wonderful as yoga is at doing those things, at helping us find and cultivate those qualities that make us better people. Inhale, lift your heart. We're going to turn back toward the front. Come to lay down on your mat. Squeeze your knees into your chest. We're going to take a bridge pose. Let your feet go down to the mat and let your hands graze your heels. Lift your hips up. Let your hands interlace. Press your hands down. Lift your hips up. Press your feet down. One more breath. And exhale, come on down. Good. So we're going to end with just a couple twists here. You let your left leg go long on the mat and let your right knee come into your chest. And let your right arm go out long, and let your left hand guide your right knee over to the other side of you. So over to the floor on the left side. So just letting your right arm extend out beside you, palm up. And let your chin turn over toward your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, squeeze that right knee in again. Rotate your ankle one way and then the other. And then let's switch sides. Okay, so your left knee will squeeze in. Your right leg is long. And let your right hand just guide that left knee across the body. Let that left arm come out long beside you. Let your chin go over towards your left shoulder. And inhale, come back up. Let that left knee squeeze in, rotate your ankle one way, and then the other way. Good. And then let your other knee, your right knee, come up too. And wrap both arms around your shins and tuck yourself up into a tiny little ball with your head close to your knees. Just give yourself a huge squeeze. So big hug for everything you did today. And then take a big inhale. The deepest breath you've taken yet. Take that huge breath in and then hold that breath. So squeeze. I want you to engage every single muscle. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your knees, clench your eyes shut, clench your jaw tight. Keep holding that breath. This is an opportunity to let go of anything that's holding you back or that you're holding on to. We can let go of tension, anger, stress, depression, sadness. We're going to let it go in 5, 4, 3, 2, release, sigh it out. So your legs go long on your mat, your arms come down by your side, your palms are up, your feet just flop open. Don't be afraid to take up space here. You do not have to stay within the confines of your yoga mat. Don't be a Shavasana toothpick. That means don't have those arms all tense and straight. This is your time to relax through every single muscle in your body. A time in your day that is devoted to doing absolutely nothing. And in that nothingness, so much rest and recovery can occur, so much healing can happen if we allow it. So you release through every single muscle in your body, anything that's touching the floor or the mat, just allow it to sink down. So I want you to stay here for at least 5 minutes. 5 minutes of just nothingness. Or stay there even longer. If you fall asleep, good for you. But here is where I will leave you. So thank you so much for practicing with me today. You do not have to move at all. Please stay where you are. Stay in your Shavasana. But as for me, namaste.